Welcome to ETF at 30. 2023 marks the 30th anniversary of the first ever US-listed ETF, launched by State Street, a leading manager of ETFs worldwide and the largest ETF custodian servicing nearly half of ETF assets globally. We'll hear from a diverse group of financial leaders about how ETFs have revolutionized investing. In today's show, Yi-Shin Hung, Chief Executive Officer of State Street Global Advisors, talks to ETF pioneer Reggie Browne, Principal at GTS. GTS trades more than 30,000 different financial instruments globally. Reggie Browne himself is known by many as the Godfather of ETFs.
Reggie, a big welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Godfather of ETFs. My goodness, what a title.
Yeah, that's a pretty fun title, isn't it?
That a lot of people seek your advice and want to tap into your expertise when they start thinking about bringing different ETFs to the marketplace. So maybe let's fast forward, or, if we go back a couple years from where we are today. 2019, the SEC approved the ETF rule. How important do you think that development was to the industry's more recent growth trajectory?
With that rule set, I think you'll see new active ETF managers come in, launching ETFs, but also you see the growth of retail community around the world, not just in the United States.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. I think about the last 30 years, right? The ETF industry has evolved, but it also has transformed the broader financial markets for investors too. Take fixed income, for instance. How would you say ETFs have changed the way investors access that part of the market?
It has allowed for the price discovery and the risk transfer in the corporate bonds to be more efficient. It has allowed for asset managers and retail investors to understand the best price of how that bond's currently trading.
When do you think that they will potentially eclipse mutual fund assets? And if you do think that's the case, over what time frame do you think that'll happen?
And if you look at particularly this generation that's retiring and inheritance by younger people, I believe that there's an opportunity to transfer that wealth from traditional vehicles into ETFs over the next 25 to 30 years. The assets in ETFs will outpace mutual funds, largely because of cost, and then two, because of regulatory pressures around how mutual funds are regulated, and then the fact that they're not transparent. You just don't know what's inside of a mutual fund.
So one final question, Reggie. What do you think is the next big thing in ETFs?
As active managers launch ETFs or move into the ETF structure, I think the growth of the number of listings is unlimited. Two, with the wealth transfer of one generation to another, it's pretty important from emerging investor class. They want to see real time what things are worth and what's in their portfolio.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and expertise with us today, Reggie. It's really appreciated.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure spending time with you.
Thanks for joining us this time. Be sure to catch other episodes of ETF at 30.